Freddie, Priya, Chihuahua and Larissa are friends who live on the same street. It's Friday, school's over and they're walking home, chatting about this and that. As they pass the park gates, Priya says, "Our next door neighbour told me that the park was built 100 years ago." "That's a century," said Larissa. "That's a very big birthday," laughs Freddie. "That's given me an idea," says Chihuahua. "We ought to celebrate the park's birthday with a party in the park." "And," adds Larissa, "we should invite 100 guests, one to mark every year that it's been open." "We can't organise everything ourselves," says Freddie thoughtfully. "We need other people to help us." "But we can't ask everyone," said Priya. "We ought to ask the people who use the park regularly." "The senior citizens," says Chihuahua. "The dog walkers," adds Larissa. "The nursery, playgroup and reception class," Chihuahua chips in. "And there must be another group." "It's us," laughs Freddie. "We're always playing in the park." The four friends each decide on a group to ask, and they think it would be a good plan for their parents to help them make contact. "One important thing to remember," says Priya, "is that the park was opened in May, so we've only got 1 month to get ready."
A celebration, yes we know the park's the place. Everyone has their invitation. 100 years, think of the people walking and running along the paths. 100 years, think of the people walking and running across the grass. A celebration, yes we know the park's the place. Everyone has their invitation. 100 guests, think of the people joining the party to celebrate. 100 guests, think of the people joining the party and eating cake.
Priya's granny belongs to a club for senior citizens. They meet for lunch in the park cafe every week. They're very excited about the news and spend all lunchtime sharing their memories of the park, thinking about what they could do to help. Priya's granny has the best idea. She suggests that they make a huge banner advertising the party. The banner will be fixed to the top of the park gates for everyone to see, with pictures of their favourite places in the park and important information. Mr. Patel is an artist, so he will paint the background showing the trees, the playground, the stream, the pond and the cafe. Mrs. Chang does beautiful embroidery and she offers to sew a border of the flowers that grow in the park every spring. And Mr. Robson is a calligrapher, so he'll do the lettering, telling everyone the date and time. Miss Pennyfield's daughter works in a fabric shop. She will do some careful measurements and find them some strong canvas so that they can get started.
I remember the park a long time ago. One freezing December we had lots of snow. I slid down the hill on my mother's best sleigh, and I had a wonderful day. Yes, I remember a wonderful day. I remember the park is just like a dream. We hunted for tiddlers down by the stream, and any we caught we put back straight away, and I had a marvelous day. Yes, I remember a marvelous day. I remember the park park one summer in June. We played hide and seek for the whole afternoon. I hid in some bushes and then lost my way, and I had a glorious day. Yes, I remember a glorious day.
Larissa's mum is in charge of the reception class at school. She invites the local nursery and playgroup teachers for a meeting to tell them about her daughter's party plans. They all agree that the most enjoyable time that they've ever spent in the park is on Duckling Day. They swap stories of happy hours spent round the pond with their classes, the day that Thomas nearly waded into the water, the time that Emily May wanted to give all her lunch to the ducks, and how Shahina's mum knitted yellow ducklings for all the children. The teachers talk about ideas to make the party a success. Mrs. Aguta says that she has an enormous paddling pool in her garage that the children have outgrown, and they could use this to set up a hook-a-duck game. Everyone loves this idea. Mr. Harrison suggests that the prizes should be printed certificates decorated with finger painting done by the children. He explains you make a yellow thumbprint for the duck's body, a little fingerprint for the head, and when the paint is dry, you draw legs, an eye, and a beak, and they look great. Everyone loves this idea too. Mr. Harrison gives a demonstration, and they all have a little practice before going home.
On a special day, a very special day, we will go to school, but we know we won't stay, 'cause on that special day, we'll be on our way, walking to the park for Duckling Day. Maybe 8 or 9, waddling in a line. Mrs. Duck is leading her sons and daughters, tiny balls of fluff, hardly big enough to paddle in the chilly water. On a special day, a very special day, we will go to school, but we know we won't stay, 'cause on that special day, we'll be on our way, walking to the park for Duckling Day. We have lots of fun, sitting in the sun, watching all the ducklings in the water, fluffy little clowns, bobbing up and down. Then they do a funny wiggle, and the wiggle makes us giggle, and we chuckle at the ducklings. Quack, quack.
Freddie's big brother Jake has just started working at the local radio station. When Jake hears about the party, he asks the station manager if his little brother could have a slot during the news programme to talk about the celebration in the park. The manager is delighted and asks Freddie to write out his piece and time it to fill 5 minutes. Freddie puts down all the information he can think of, but when he reads it out loud, it's only 3 minutes long. Jake thinks his brother should write about his favourite part of the park. "That's easy," replies Freddie. "The playground is the best place. I love all the new play equipment. I could spend hours there." Freddie writes another paragraph, and when he times his new speech, it lasts for just under 5 minutes. Jake's manager gives it a thumbs up and tells Freddie that he'll be live on air on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Freddie doesn't know whether to be excited or nervous.
My favourite's the swing, it flings you so high, and sometimes I think I am touching the sky. Off to the playground, so much to do, swinging and sliding and shapes to climb through. I'll try the seesaw, how about you? Then we'll sail through the air, going down, oh, down. My favourite's the tunnel, a great place to hide. I feel climb through. I'll try the seesaw, how about you? Then we'll sail through the air, going down, up, down. My favourite's the slide with stairs you must climb. The whoosh through the air stills your breath every time. Off to the playground, so much to do. Swinging and sliding and shapes to climb through. I'll try the seesaw, how about you? Then we'll sail through the air, going down, up, down.
Jawara's family own 2 dogs, and Dad is the official dog walker. Dad thinks that his fellow dog walkers would really enjoy being involved in the celebration plans. We're a bit like a club, he says. All our dogs know each other, and that makes us friends too. Next day, he talks to each dog walker in turn and discovers that they're all in favour of the party. Miss Durham is a designer, and she thinks it would be fun to organise a competition. She suggests giving out simple maps on the day and inviting children to plot an interesting dog walk trail, one that leads the dog walk around every part of the park. Miss Durham says that she will make the winning trail design into a professionally printed map, with copies that can be given out at the cafe. Jawara really likes this idea, and so do his friends.
Now here comes Bonzo, he is a spaniel, a special breed, oh yes indeed. His ears are floppy, he's very soppy. Gotta walk the dog, 'cause that's my job. Now here comes Sasha, she's a chihuahua, a special breed, oh yes indeed. She's really sweet, with tiny feet. Gotta walk the dog, 'cause that's my job. Now here comes Wilfred, he is a bulldog, a special breed, oh yes indeed. He chews my mittens, he's scared of kittens. Gotta walk the dog, 'cause that's my job. Now here comes Albert, he's an Alsatian, a special breed, oh yes indeed. His coat is tawny, he's big and brawny. Gotta walk the dog, 'cause that's my job. So here comes Nessa, she is a poodle, a special breed, oh yes indeed. Her coat is curly, her teeth are pearly. Gotta walk the dog, 'cause that's my job. Now here comes Piper, he is a collie, a special breed, oh yes indeed. His heart is big, he loves our kids. Gotta walk the dog, 'cause that's my job.
Herbert is the head park keeper, and he's very interested in the centenary celebration. He hopes that more people will visit the park regularly once they've enjoyed a party there and seen all the features on offer. Herbert decides to write to the local paper, describing the children's ideas and all the planned activities. He tells the editor that he's contacted the Health and Safety Department, and they will send a team to supervise the pond and the stream and make sure the playground equipment is accessible to all the children. It's a really great letter. Everyone is amazed and delighted when next week's edition of the paper comes out and the front page is all about the party in the park. The supporting groups are mentioned with their ideas for entertaining the partygoers, and there are photographs of Freddie, Priya, Jawara and Larissa looking very proud of themselves. It's definitely going to be the best 100th birthday celebration ever. Hope you'll be there.